Welcome to the WorldWire Update. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for more updates and thrilling short scenes. A stunning development unfolded today, October 1st, 2025, sending ripples of surprise through Washington and capitals across the globe. In a quiet ceremony in Ottawa, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto finalized a landmark trade deal. The Canada-Indonesia Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, or CEPA, links a North American G7 nation with Southeast Asia's largest economy. The news broke with unexpected speed, catching many off guard. While Canada and Indonesia celebrated, the silence from the White House was deafening. The United States, a traditional power broker in global trade, was not at the table. This deal was forged without American involvement, signaling a changing world order. The immediate reaction was disbelief, particularly within American political circles. For decades, the U.S. has positioned itself as the central hub for major international economic partnerships. This deal, however, tells a different story. It shows two significant nations charting their own course, building new economic bridges that bypass the United States entirely. The Trump administration, grappling with a government shutdown and domestic crises, appeared blindsided by the announcement. The symbolism of this moment cannot be overstated. It represents a bold move by both Canada and Indonesia to assert their economic independence. For Canada, it is a strategic step to reduce its heavy reliance on the American market. For Indonesia, it is a way to balance its relationships and avoid becoming overly dependent on either the US or China. The deal is not just an economic document, it is a political statement. The world, it seems, is not waiting for Washington to get its house in order. This agreement is far more significant than a standard trade pact. For Indonesia, this is its first comprehensive trade deal with any country in North America. For Canada, it serves as the cornerstone of a new strategy to deepen its economic ties with the Indo-Pacific region. While the current trade volume between Canada and Indonesia is modest, the potential for growth is enormous. International Trade Minister Maninder Sidhu aims to double this trade volume within 6 years. The deal is designed to unlock billions in new commerce, creating jobs and opportunities in both countries. By signing this deal now, Canada and Indonesia are taking a proactive step to insulate themselves from global volatility. This move demonstrates foresight and a shared commitment to long-term prosperity. The CEPA is not just a contract between two countries. It is a blueprint for a new kind of economic diplomacy. It signals a shift toward a more multipolar world where influence is more widely distributed. At the heart of this landmark deal is a shared strategic goal: diversification. Canada seeks to reduce its economic dependence on the United States. The trade volatility under the Trump administration highlighted the risks of over-reliance. For Indonesia, the challenge is navigating the rivalry between the US and China. The deal with Canada allows Indonesia to build a strong economic bridge to North America. This mutual desire for greater independence brought Ottawa and Jakarta to the negotiating table. Canada offers advanced technology and resources, while Indonesia provides access to the ASEAN market. By forging this direct link, both nations are adding new layers to their global engagement. This strategy of diversification is about creating a network of relationships that provide stability. The CEPA is a testament to the idea that economic security comes from having multiple partners. The Canada-Indonesia CPA is designed to be a powerful engine for growth. For Canada, the goal is duty-free access for up to 95% of its exports to Indonesia. Agriculture is one of the biggest winners, with the deal opening doors to Indonesia's massive market. The CEPA will eliminate tariffs on key Canadian exports like cereals. This is a huge victory for Canadian farmers seeking new markets. A groundbreaking aspect is the provision on agricultural biotechnology, a first for Indonesia. This clause could become a model for future trade negotiations. Beyond agriculture, the agreement targets sectors like energy, telecommunications, and defense. This comprehensive approach ensures economic gains are spread across multiple industries. The signing of the CEPA is a masterful diplomatic move by Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto. His foreign policy, zero enemies, 1,000 friends, aims to maintain stable relationships with all major powers. The trade deal with Canada strengthens Indonesia's ties with a G7 nation. President Subianto's decision to attend the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum over the G7 summit sent a powerful message. Indonesia will engage with all partners on its own terms, refusing to pick sides. The trade deal with Canada enhances Indonesia's position as a leader within the ASEAN bloc. The CEPA is part of a larger diplomatic strategy to secure Indonesia's place in a multipolar world. It asserts Indonesia's sovereignty, ambition, and vision for a balanced global order. The deal with Indonesia is the flagship achievement of Canada's grand pivot to Asia. Under Prime Minister Mark Carney, Canada is deepening its engagement with the Indo-Pacific region. The CPA is the first major victory in this long-term campaign. Beyond Indonesia, Canada is pursuing similar agreements with other ASEAN members. The goal is to create a web of economic relationships anchoring Canada in the Indo-Pacific. This pivot involves navigating complex relationships, particularly with China. Canada recognizes the importance of maintaining a functional economic relationship with China. Canada's Indo-Pacific strategy is about securing its economic future. By courting new partners in Asia, Canada enhances its strategic importance on the global stage. The Canada-Indonesia trade deal is a wake-up call for the United States. America has been the leader in shaping the global economic order, particularly in Asia. This deal marks a departure from that norm, as key allies move forward without Washington. Being left out means American businesses face a competitive disadvantage. Canadian goods enter Indonesia duty-free, while American products face tariffs. Every trade deal signed in Asia without U.S. participation erodes America's central role. The U.S. must re-engage with proactive trade diplomacy to remain a global economic leader. The Canada-Indonesia deal signals a shift to a more complex, multipolar world. For the U.S., this moment can be a setback or an opportunity for renewed partnership. The next move is up to Washington. The clock is ticking.